Are you seeing things? Are you seeing double? If you just watched my last video, or if you've seen my last video, it looks a lot like this. This is looking a lot like that one. It's because, we're chronologically making these videos. If you don't know me, welcome to my channel. I am Jessie and I own Winter Moon Gifts, and I am documenting my life as a small business owner, the trials, the tribulations, the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, the everything. The everything. So, I've got a ton to do this weekend. I've got some really great ideas as far as displays, and I've got a lot of metal art to make up for what I sold last weekend, and I've got more candles to make. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get into it. While I'm waiting for my wax to melt, that is the most time-consuming part, I feel, of this whole process, but it's totally worth it. And a little talk about a little bit of history, exactly what I'm trying to figure out and doing here. So I am in my 4th year of making candles, and pretty much for the first 2 years, it was all research of what would sell and would not sell. And last year I was finally able to bulk buy supplies. So for the first 2 years I was only buying these 16-ounce jugs, and last year I started buying the 1 pound or gallon or whatever it is size jugs of the scents that I know are tested and true, that people love, my best sellers. So now with these that I'm making, well, let me backtrack a little bit. With being able to bulk buy last year, I was able to bulk make. I went through my books and looked and saw how many candles I sold of each size year prior, and I made that many candles. So I was making like of 1 scent, I think I was doing 6 16-ounce, like 38-ounce and 34-ounce, just to have them, because I hate this fact of running out. So this is like a waiting game. This is slowly getting me ahead of the game. So this year, all of those boxes you saw are 1,000 wicks of each size that I need. So in theory, I'm not gonna have to buy wicks for a while. I'm not gonna have to buy scents, certain scents, for a while. And so I'll only have to buy the wax and the tins at some point, because I wish I could afford to buy a pallet of wax, but it's like $3,000 or $4,000 literally, and shipping it, it would actually be cheaper for me to drive to Nevada and pick it up than it would be for me to ship it, because it's another like $1,000 or $2,000 to ship. If I could buy a pallet of wax, that would be awesome. So anyway, with these summer scents that I've impatiently been waiting to make, and I haven't looked at my supply for a while, these are not full jars. So I'm not going to be able to make as many as I would like to. But I'm okay with that, because I still want to test these. These are obviously not tried and true and guaranteed to sell. So, and I'm gonna test out a couple of other ones. Like I said, in my last video, I I want to do an orange and ylang, I'm thinking, and maybe a lavender and lemongrass. I may just leave it lemongrass though. I don't know. I really kind of like it as it is out of the bottle. So I might just leave it alone. I'm undecided. So I got to test it. I got to make some, test it, see what I want to do. I'll probably mix a couple of both. Maybe I'll try a lemongrass and lavender and then just this. The new other citrus scent I'm skeptical about. I'm not sure how it's gonna hot throw. I'm not sure. So that's gonna get tested. So no large batches this go round. But I mean, we'll see what I can get. I'll make as many as I can and see if they sell quickly or if I'm happy that I didn't make a buttload of them because they're not selling. That's when, you know, I'm a firm believer of giving handmade gifts for any occasion. So the stuff of mine that doesn't sell is usually gifted to family, including candles. And they don't mind one bit, I promise you. So, once wax needs to melt, it's getting there. And I will continue making some candles finally. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop it there. I only have one more scent to go. It is now 10 to 5, so cutting it down to the wire, but I cannot tell you how flippin' good it feels to be making candles. I've got my French lilac, Caribbean teakwood, high tide, and then tonka and oud. Come on, focus yourself, thank you. I still need to make some white sage and lavender and Egyptian amber. And I've used about half of that box of wax. That's how fast it goes. As much as I need to make of the Egyptian amber and white sage and lavender, I'll probably use the other half of that box just for those two. So, but I've got candles curing. Pretty candles. Got a little carried away with the coloring on a few of these, but it's all right. And I need to go make labels for pretty candles. Labels are made and more candles are made and curing currently right now. I ended up doing, let's see, I did white sage and lavender, Egyptian amber, and I did some rosemary and sage. And there is a box missing because I am out of wax again now. I have used that whole 45-pound box of wax in 2 days of making candles. So there is that, but I'm getting inventory and stock, so it's all worth the struggle. I did not record making these candles because once again, I am trying like hell to keep these under an hour long, these videos. So next up, out to the shop. I've got some unboxings of stuff to show you and some work to do out there. I already unboxed the powder coat because I was really excited when it got here. It got here Saturday. So now I have Cosmic Pretty Pink. These are prismatic powders. I have Flag Red. That's my Clear Vision. We all know I already have that one. I have Sunshine Yellow. Savannah Blue. And I got more of the Blackout. So very excited about that. I'm pretty much out of black. I still have a good fair amount of the Peacock Sapphire. So here is what I'm going to do, and that's what's in this box. So let's open it. I got some heat tape because I am going to try to do 3 different colors on this piece here. So this is going to be red, yellow, and then blue. So I'm going to have to heat tape the bejesus out of it. And then the only other thing in here, $100 wine voucher. I don't drink wine. Nakedwines.com. That's a very interesting thing. And then free chicken wings for life. Why is that in? Oh, I know why. It's because I ordered it through Shop Pay or whatever. But then I just got a bunch of more containers. I got 9 to be exact, to help with the color changing. So, what is on my agenda now? I should have gotten a much wider tape. I'm realizing, because that's going to take a lot of tape. Okay. I have a wind spinner in the vinegar. I need to get that out of the vinegar, clean it up. I need to try to work on this with the multiple colors. And then I have 3 lotus flowers. The lotus flowers are going to get this Cosmic Pretty Pink with a Peacock Sapphire coat. And then it's kind of talking with Herbie, trying to get a game plan going on. When he gets home from work, we're going to cut metal, clean it up, and while he's at work, I'm going to be powder coating like a son of a gun, because it's Tuesday now, so I have Wednesday, Thursday before it's another 3 market weekend. So I'm feeling the pressure. Plus I have to make business cards, couple other things that I want to do that you will be seeing later. I'm really excited about a couple of other things. I need to do that too though, so let's zoom and get busy. problem, and I really don't understand what it is. It seems like it's too much air, but it's really low. The air is setting really low, is set really low. Let me show you. So see it's like kind of sticking. I mean, it could be a grounding thing, but I'm not really sure. But look at all this pink. It shouldn't be that way. It should not be having that much come out of it. That is so very weird. That tells me it's not a grounding issue, it's an air issue. I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the oven because it is a lotus and it's gonna get another coat of the peacock sapphire. Let's see what happens, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You can see on the top there. I think I'm gonna have to try to recoat this. I just pulled it out of the oven, by the way. There's something going on. I'm gonna have to figure it out. One of the new displays that I'm going to do. I saw this. The idea comes from Monica Razak. If I'm saying your last name wrong, I'm so sorry. But she puts this outside of her booth. I believe she's based out of New York. I'm not sure. She actually makes the stickers for these too, which are like $7 on her website. Super fair price. I would be happy to support small business and get that from her, but the idea that I had is I'm gonna change this up. It's not always gonna say that. And then I also added tag us on the socials to help boost that social media too. So I can't wait to try this weekend at the 3 markets that I'm gonna do. And another idea that she has is a spin the wheel type of discount thing. I think I'm gonna look into that as well, but that's just not something I'm gonna have time for to get done this week. Okay, now we're out into the shop. Finally, it's 12:30. Oh, I had to go to town again this morning. It really just makes my productivity go down the drain when I have to go to town. But we cut a ton of stuff last night. Have a custom order in the vinegar I need to clean up. Look at this wind spinner that I heat painted yesterday. This is going to get a clear gloss powder coat and make it even more shiny and vibrant than it is now. I sold my bigger one of these that I had that was too big to powder coat. And I was so excited that I was able to size it down. I just need to decide what color I want to do that. Have 2 wind spinners to clean up. I want to powder coat those. More F-Bomb bottle openers, clean up, powder coat those. Then the 7 chakras I need to clean up, and these are going to get spray painted. I also need to figure out the issue that I'm having with the air. I just want to show you guys this horrible view I have outside of the shop too. But I need to, I need to figure out the air issue. Kind of played around with it last night. Hopefully it's gonna work better because I got a lot to do. I think I'm gonna start with the custom order. I'm gonna get it cleaned, start painting it. That's gonna get a spray paint. As that's drying, I'll just pop back and forth between grinding and painting. And then once all of that is done, hopefully it won't be the end of the day and I can powder coat. So let's get into it. That took a little bit. I mean, obviously, you got 10 minutes dry time between each coat. It's one of the reasons why those are $100. Those 7 chakras is because my time is valuable. And I'm still not being paid for the whole time that it takes me to make it. So now we switch to powder coating. I gotta get the oven heated. I gotta get it plugged in and heated. Get my timer. Do you want to see? So I don't have, I can't word. If you've noticed, I've only done 6 chakra symbols because I already have that one done. But I've got my custom order and all of those drying now. So now we switch to powder coating. I'm gonna try to recoat this one. I know that lotuses, you know, they're not a solid color. That's why I wanted it pink with the peacock sapphire, but it's just not uniform enough for me. Even the backside is even worse, if it'll focus. It's way worse. So I am going to try to do this again and hope, beyond hope, that it's working now. I also decided that I am not going to use all of that tape to tape everything. Holy moly. That would be a lot. Come on, focus. There we go. It's being ridiculous. But there are other techniques. I don't just have to tape it off. I am going to try to wipe it. So I'll spray and wipe. I just taped these edges just to make it a little bit easier for me. So that's the plan there. Don't think I'm going to get that today. I'm getting tired. I'm pushing. I am pushing, but the more that I get done today, the less I have to do tomorrow, Thursday. Because I would like to rest a little before I have another 3 market weekend, and I haven't had that this week. And that's the struggle. That's the struggle. And it's worth it, and I'm happy with everything, but I'm finding that I'm getting pretty tired. It is what it is. I need to find time for rest. We all need to find time for rest. It's very important. But that ain't gonna happen right now, so let's try to powder coat. I'm a mess, and I'm covered in glitter, so I'm a pretty mess. But I've got the airflow right how I like it, but it's still not sticking, which is a grounding issue. I'm wondering if that wire that everything hangs on, it needs to be replaced, which would make sense. And that's why I need to stop painting stuff. I wiped it down with acetone, but I don't know, and I'm honestly not even certain how hubby hung that up. I've got a pretty good idea, but I don't think I could replace it myself. 4:11. I am running out of day. Okay, 7 chakra down. 1 more to go. You've seen one, you don't want to see the next one, do ya? To-do list for Thursday today. It was the cord, or the wire that was giving me my grounding issue, so we got that fixed last night. So I'm gonna powder coat today, and I may have to go do a delivery in town with one of my custom orders. I'm not sure. I actually kind of hope they're just okay with picking it up on Saturday's market because I don't want to go to town again. But it is what it is. I said I'd deliver, so it is my own fault. But, oh, and I need to put the herbs and stuff on the tops of my candles and get those set and curing for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, that is my plan for today. I powder coated yesterday and videoed it. I videoed one of these, so I think we will just see you at market tomorrow and I'll show you all the pretty powder coating things that I finished. That's the heat painted wind spinner with the gloss powder coat. Love how it turned out. And then the Lotus. That glitter bombed me all afternoon. Find some sunshine. Yeah, let's go over here. It's not catching it. It's super sparkly though. Oh yes, in my 7 chakras. Came home with the plan of cutting some metal because I sold quite a few pieces today, but it was quickly apparent that we needed to do a clean out and I just wanted to show you. This is the water table drained and I'm gonna have to clean all of this out. But when it's done, it's so pretty when it's fresh. Let's get it dirty again.
Yeah, put some cat puke in there.
It was another successful weekend. I am very pleased with how the weekend turned out. I am super stoked that the metal art is selling like it is. It's like 50% metal art, 50% candles. So it really feels good to see this investment pay for itself. It's such a relief and it makes me really happy. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy. The mirror was a hit. It is really fun to watch people's reactions and what they do. So at the very least, I don't think anybody has tagged me. Nobody has tagged me in anything yet as far as boosting the social media, but that's fine because it just watching people and their reactions has been quite entertaining for the weekend. As far as the candles, so the lemongrass, and lavender mixture and the orange and the ylang ylang. I'm still trying to figure out the schematics in my head on how that's going to work because I only want to do a tester of an 8-ounce candle. So I'm trying to figure out how, like, if it works, what the formula is going to be for smaller and bigger candles too, and in bulk. I can math books, bookkeeping, yes. Percentages and fractions and stuff like that, I struggle, so it's going to take me a minute to work that out in my head, but I'll figure it out. So, I don't know, that's kind of back burner now because the metal art and everything else is doing really well. What else did I do throughout the week that I should update you on? I can't think of anything. I'm sure there's something, but I am so scatterbrained that I guess I'll just have to bring it up in the next video. I often have a problem with wording. It's in all of my YouTube videos. You hear it. I struggle with words. And it just occurred to me, maybe what I should do, I mean, not really. I don't even know if I'm going to put this in the YouTube cut. But when I have a problem wording, what if I go, what's the word? Burn up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Watch and you'll see. Someday I'll maybe learn how to speak English.